Spinelli, I know you mean well, but this idea could seriously crash and burn.
The Valkyrie is most distressed over the recent dissolution of her marriage. I'm just trying to elevate her spirits by providing a prospective suitor.
Online.
This website guarantees matches via 25 potential points of compatibility.
Well, if physical attraction isn't one of them, the rest are a waste of time.
Does Max needs to believe romance can't blossom between two individuals that begin as friends?
Spinelli, sexual compatibility is so important. How can you get that from an online dating service?
Okay, you're not signing me up on a dating service.
Signing you up for online dating, that would be interesting.
Before this gets out of control, like my non-existent affair with Karpov's attorney, you both need to understand that my personal life is off limits.
Okay, with all due respect, Stone Cold, this actually doesn't...
Jason, the world doesn't revolve around you. Not that it would do any good signing you up for online dating. I mean, what would we list as your hobbies? Cleans guns and shoots people? If you want to be miserable and alone for the rest of your life, that's your problem. Spinelli and I, we're going to help out someone who'd be a little more appreciative.
Who?
Carly.
The last thing Carly needs is a bunch of strangers coming onto her over the internet.
I think you know nothing about women.
Actually, Stone Cold is quite knowledgeable on the subject of the distaff gender.
The what?
Women. They're drawn to Stone Cold like moths to a flame.
So he's hot, but he doesn't know what women feel or want.
Okay, this is about Carly.
Yeah, and when a woman has had her heart stomped on, nothing makes her feel better than some hot, eligible men hitting on her.
And not to rule out males of a more steadfast, nature with loyalty and intelligence, if somewhat substandard physical prowess.
This would be good for Carly.
No, it wouldn't.
Do you think you could rustle up some support for your friend Spinelli?
Okay, how am I not supporting Spinelli?
Well, this whole internet dating thing was his idea.
Hey, but if Stone Cold thinks it's detrimental...
I was a little iffy about it at first, but now I'm thinking, hey, can't be that bad.
Okay, you gotta understand that when Carly is going through something like this, she can make some crazy choices. She could hook up with some guy who's a psycho or abusive.
Yeah, I wanted to aid the heartbroken Valkyrie, not place her in jeopardy.
Good. Maybe you can find some other way to help her.
Don't. Who put you in charge of anyone's dating life? You're bullying Spinelli into thinking he's making a horrible mistake.
Hey, what are you talking about? I just told him not to sign Carly up on an online dating service.
Who says you get to dictate what Spinelli does or doesn't do for Carly?
Max need not rally to the Jackal's defense so vociferously.
I'll be as vociferous as I please. Just because Spinelli and Carly put up with you doesn't mean you get to dictate their love lives.
Fine. If you guys are determined to do this, talk to Carly. Don't do it behind her back.
That is a suggestion worth contemplation.
And please do it somewhere else. I have an appointment.
Fine. We're going. And you need to get a handle on your control issues.
Jackal is somewhat confused. Are we still planning to continue aiding the Valkyrie?
Yeah. And while we're on one venture, why don't we make it a twofer? I say we sign up Mr. Socially Challenged for the dating side also.
Maxie's to Court's disaster.
Oh, come on, Spinelli. We're not going to use Jason's real name. We'll just use his stats. I mean, I have to see if he's even compatible with one person. Go ahead.
Maxie is most gifted in the art of persuasion.
Spinelli, what's your idea? Is there a problem?
As it happens, the Jackal Max needs to bring solutions in this time of tenseness and loneliness.
What time?
It's okay, Carly. You don't have to pretend.
Among friends.
I am.
Yes, the pain of great sorrow is written on your brow.
I have lines on my face.
No. You remain as lovely as ever, despite your heartbreak. And the Jackal and Maximista here are here to console you in the wake of your breakup with the White Knight Jacks.
Oh no. No way.
No, just hear us out.
Yeah.
No, sitting here with you two in a group therapy session is pretty much my idea of hell.
There is no worse hell than being dumped.
Yeah, the Valkyrie must refrain from focusing on the negative.
Exactly. It's just time to face the truth. Sometimes, no matter how much you love a guy, things just don't work out. And as soon as you accept that, it's easier to move on.
Yeah, with our able assistance.
What kind of assistant?
It's a gift horse. Just run with it.
Yeah, despite your being deserted by your loved one, the Jackal and Maximista here are going to provide you with your pick of men.
Where have you been?
I had to change my shoes. I wasn't walking tall enough. Of course, that happens when you lean on a man.
What?
All right, now, the city council is going to ask you some very tough questions before they simply hand out building permits. So, your answers need to sound sincere. Since you are a man, and all men are good liars, that shouldn't be very difficult for you.
Are you okay?
You know what? Who's to say you haven't cheated on me?
If you haven't cheated on me yet, you will.
I said nothing about cheating.
You made it crystal clear that you heartily condone it.
You know what this is? This is a guilty conscience.
Excuse me?
You're going on the attack to cover up the fact that you cheated on me.
That is a ridiculous assertion. Now you are just grasping at straws.
I don't hear you denying it.
Just because it's beneath my dignity to even discuss it.
Well, excuse me for lowering your standards.
Okay, you know what you're doing now? You're being a typical man trying to turn your transgression back on me.
You just can't admit you're wrong.
I'm right, you're wrong. That is a tactic used only by the desperate.
There you go again, doing what you always do, treating everything like it's some kind of legal argument.
Well, I'm sorry. If you find my manner overbearing and abrasive, you should have spoken up months ago.
Okay, both of you. Stop.
No.
Look, I don't know what's going on
I'll tell you what's going on. What's going on is Mr. G and Betty willing to trade in a mature, career-driven, intelligent woman for a cheap 20-something in a tight sweater.
You'd rather be with the boss than the flunky. No wonder why you didn't want Kate to marry Mr. C. You probably wanted them all for yourself.
That is patently absurd.
All Mr. C's lady lawyers eventually fall for him.
Me? Attracted to Sonny? I have never been so insulted in my life!
Okay, maybe I...
But you know what, Max? Now that I think of it, you bring up an excellent point. Why did I choose the bodyguard over, let's say, an attorney or a venture capitalist? I could be spending my weekends in intellectual pursuits rather than holed up in some rickety cabin fishing till my waders rot.
You said you like to fish.
Well, of course. Who wouldn't enjoy spearing the cheek of an innocent trout with a needle?
Then don't go fishing with me. Go to a polo game with some stuffy banker instead.
Consider it done. My slumming days are over. We're through.
Diane, maybe we...
I don't want to hear it. Be gone with you. Boy toy. Oh, God.
This is a joke, right?
On the contrary, we are most sincere. The Jackal researched a myriad of dating sites, and the chosen one is highly regarded and discerning and boasts many happily coupled alumni.
Okay. Thank you, Spinelli. Thank you, but I'm not ready. Jackson and I just broke up. I'm feeling really raw, and if I started dating now, I might... No, I know I would do something really stupid, okay?
That's what Jason said.
Jason knows you guys are doing this?
The Jackal and Maxie, yes, we confided our plan to Stone Cold, and he advised that we only forge ahead pending the Valkyrie's approval. But even then, he was a bit skeptical.
Prove Jason wrong. Come on, Carly, you gotta get your game back. Why should you be sitting at home crying into your pint of ice cream when Jax is probably out having a good time?
Maxie, Jax is hurting as much as I am, okay?
I don't know about that. Look.
You're right. It's time for me to get my game back. Why don't you show me the men you found for me to date?